grew up in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and which is a town with a really large music history. And my dad was a big part of that. He was is a session bass player, part of the Muscle Shoals rhythm section that back in the 60s and 70s made hundreds of records backing up everybody from Aretha Franklin to Percy Sledge, and worked with Otis Redding and Bobby Womack, Wilson Pickett, Rod Stewart, Paul Simon, and, you know, pretty crazy stuff happening for this kind of small redneck town in North Alabama. And it was even a dry county, you know, they couldn't even sell beer there. And the Rolling Stones came and recorded Brown Sugar there. So it's kind of a strange place to be from, and definitely it's a big part of our music is kind of the mythology and folklore and history of that town and that region of the country. When we started making that record, we started writing that record 15 years ago, and you know, at that time, the music industry and the stuff being listened to, and certainly the stuff that was selling and being promoted, was so far removed from the 70s kind of arena rock era that I was kind of drawn to it because there was kind of a void of that. And I was wanting to write a record about my childhood and kind of growing up in the post-civil rights South, you know, kind of in the aftermath of the King assassination and the integration of the schools, and about coming to terms with being from a town or being from a region of the country that, you know, had done some pretty horrific things, and how to kind of, you know, be proud of the parts of where I'm from that I rightly was proud of without denying the parts that I was really ashamed of. You know, right now I'm kind of been listening to that new Kurt Vile record, which I think is fantastic. The new PJ Harvey record. I'm a fanatical fan of hers, and have been for a long time. I actually consider her a pretty big influence on one of my solo records that I made. It's real. It sounds real and not so compressed and smashed. You know, it got for a period where CDs would give me a headache because it was so just compressed sounding that it would make my ears hurt listening to it. And that warmth you get on vinyl and on records is just so much nicer. We record all our records analog on tape, not our early records because we didn't have the money to, but that's pretty much was the one positive perk of getting involved with record companies, was having the money to actually get to record in a studio. I've got a Scott Baxendale acoustic guitar that he built for me. It's handmade, but he's built, God, 8 or 9 guitars for our band. Cooley's got 3. He's building me a hollow body electric right now that I can't wait to get and play. But I've got an acoustic that he built me that's just phenomenal. Everybody's got their thing. Everybody's got their taste. You know, me and Cooley play, so it's like with women, you know, we like different types, you know. So we'd never have to, back when we were single, we never fought over those either, you know.